Jesus freak here. If this is June, I'm dreading August. It's cooler out here, so... And I didn't have to blast my fans, so I decided to come out here for a spell. Anyway, probably done more running around this week than I usually do when I get my money. Tops, Wegmans, Walmart, Aldi's, Latina's, Dollar Tree. Most of these places, oh, Sam's Club I went to too. Most of these places are saying, you know, oh, if the governor says it's fine to go without a mask, then it's fine with us. Latina's still requires the masks. That's their prerogative. I'm getting ready for church, because tomorrow's church, obviously. I'm posting this on a Saturday. Being the first Sunday of the month, my church does communion. I wish they did it every week like my previous church, but I'll settle for once a month. You see me kind of moving around uncomfortably. It'd feel better if I were one step lower, but this is just the best spot for the camera. Man, I'm glad I set up the music stand out here on the landing. In a previous video, someone commented suggesting that maybe I should get a bike. I used to have a bike, and I'm like, you know, it really doesn't make anything easier for me. I mean, it did when I was a kid. But when I had my last bike in my 20s, it really didn't. The bus system in Niagara Falls and Buffalo, it's the same bus system. It's actually pretty good. The only problem is that there's a couple important places that are just way off the bus route. And it's a shame. Usually I can get a ride. The rent office, which is the only one that's really important, because, you know, I don't have to worry about going to the bank most of the time because I can just hit an ATM. But the rent office is about a mile away from the nearest bus. So I'd have a pretty good amount of walking no matter whether I took a bus or not. Most months I've actually been able to get a ride. Either from Rhonda, the lady I used to live next door to, who still takes me out to do my big shopping trip on the 2nd when I get my money. Well, it's usually the 2nd. This month it was the 4th. But she'll usually take me out when she's around, and if there were a situation when I could ask Pastor Brett, sometimes I asked him to take me. But as it so happened, they were both busy, so I said, you know, my feet work. I've talked about these in a couple videos. I don't mind walking now and then. I like to go to Aldi sometimes because they have, you know, interesting things. They had something in the refrigerated section this time that was labeled as pork snack sticks. I said, wait a minute. I think I know what those are. If you remember the video when I actually ordered some a Polish sausage called Kabanos from online store in Vermont. That was actually the second time I had them because as my one of my friends sent me a care package a few years ago that had a Kabanos in it. And this time it was a package of 4 Kabanos. This time it was a package of 3 snack sticks. I think these snack sticks are Kabanos. And I had them last night. Yeah, that's exactly what they were. I was surprised to find Kabanos in Niagara Falls, New York. Well, just outside. Aldi's is on the other side of the city limits. As typical, you know, I go to Sam's once in a while. I only pick up a few things. But it's like, you know, I go there more to look around. I'm just glad they take food stamps now. When I originally had a Sam's Club membership and started going to Sam's about 15 years ago, they didn't take food stamps. But I dug up a few things, you know. Some spices, some frozen stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I mentioned I hit Beacon after I paid my rent. I think I mentioned that in the one video. So yeah, I've done a lot of running around in the past few days. Ugh. Right now, in my living room, I have my box fan on medium and the fan on my air conditioner on low. When it gets cooler, I open the window. When it goes up to about 72, I close it. That way, I bring in the cold and shut it in before it gets hot. I have to do that more often because I really don't want to have the air on any more than I have to. Because that's going to come out of my pocket. Anyway, Jesus freak out. Gonna wish y'all a happy Sunday if I don't put a video out before then.